If you think Grant Park is just the zoo, I'm about to change your mind. Today, we are exploring the best things to do in Grant Park, Atlanta, from iconic attractions and local restaurants to hidden historic gems and one of the most unforgettable tours in the city. Hi, I'm Kristen with Unexpected Atlanta, the city's #1 rated food and history tour company. All right, so if you love discovering Atlanta neighborhoods like a local and not just checking off tourist stops, go ahead and subscribe, and let us dive into one of Atlanta's most layered, walkable, and story-filled neighborhoods. Grant Park is not just a park. It's one of Atlanta's oldest neighborhoods, and it shows in the best possible way. Think Victorian homes, front porch culture, massive oak trees, and a deep sense of community that still defines the area today. The neighborhood developed in the late 1800s around land donated by Lemuel P. Grant, the railroad engineer who marked the starting point of Atlanta. He was a real estate investor, and he quickly became one of Atlanta's earliest wealthy men, and he donated 400 acres to found Grant Park, the city's first public park. The area quickly became home to grand Victorian homes and civic institutions, reflecting Atlanta's post-Civil War growth and ambition. Over time, Grant Park experienced cycles of decline and preservation, with residents and organizations helping protect its historic character and shaping the vibrant neighborhood visitors experience today. What makes Grant Park especially great is that so much of it can be experienced on foot. You can spend an entire afternoon here moving seamlessly between green space, historic sites, and some of Atlanta's most beloved local restaurants. So let's begin with the heart of the neighborhood, Grant Park, Atlanta's oldest city park. Locals come here to picnic, jog, walk their dogs, read under the trees, or simply escape the city without actually leaving it. On weekends, you'll often see families spread out on blankets, neighborhood festivals popping up nearby, and that unmistakable feeling of why people love Atlanta. If you want to experience Grant Park like a local, start slow here with a coffee, a walk, and no real agenda. But while you're here, of course, you need to visit Zoo Atlanta, located right inside Grant Park. Zoo Atlanta is one of the city's most well-known attractions, and locals still love it. From gorillas to the African savanna, it is a favorite for families and animal lovers alike. Oh, local tip: arrive early in the morning for cooler temperatures and fewer crowds, especially in the warmer months. And consider purchasing one of their behind-the-scenes activities, like giraffe feedings or a wild encounter with a lemur or a warthog. Now, one of the most underrated things to do in Grant Park is simply to eat. This neighborhood punches well above its weight when it comes to local restaurants. So let's get into it. 6 Feet Under Pub and Fish House. Located directly across from Oakland Cemetery, this longtime favorite is known for its rooftop views, casual seafood, and laid-back vibe. It's the perfect pre- or post-cemetery stop, and a place that locals have been coming back to for years. Dakota Blue. A true neighborhood cafe, Dakota Blue is beloved for coffee, breakfast sandwiches, and its relaxed, welcoming atmosphere. It's the kind of place where regulars are greeted by name and visitors instantly feel at home. Bomb Biscuit. For breakfast lovers, check out Michelin-rated Bomb Biscuits for, unsurprisingly, their breakfast biscuits, but as well as their delicious cinnamon rolls. You can eat in or take them to go and picnic across the street at Oakland Cemetery. Now, let's talk about that cemetery, Oakland Cemetery, because this is hands down one of the most unique things to do in Grant Park and Atlanta as a whole. Founded in 1850, Oakland Cemetery is the final resting place of civil rights leaders, mayors, artists, activists, and everyday Atlantans whose lives shaped the city. It's also a nationally recognized Victorian garden cemetery, meaning that the landscape design itself is part of the experience. Oakland is peaceful, beautiful, historic, and surprisingly eye-opening. But to fully experience Grant Park, take Unexpected Atlanta's Grant Park Food and Cemetery Tour. So this is where everything truly connects, blending food, neighborhood history, and an in-depth visit to Oakland Cemetery, all in one unforgettable experience. You'll explore Grant Park with an expert local guide, stop at beloved eateries, and then step inside the cemetery with historical context that brings the city's past into sharp focus. The stories are thoughtful, sometimes surprising, but always meaningful. This tour is perfect for visitors who want more than surface-level history, Atlanta locals who think they already know the city, and anyone who loves food paired with storytelling. So if you're a true history nerd, the Atlanta Preservation Center is something even many longtime Atlantans miss. It's located inside the remnants of the 1856 mansion of Lemuel P. Grant. It's Atlanta's oldest remaining home, and the Atlanta Preservation Center is one of the most unique and meaningful places to visit in Grant Park. The organization is dedicated to preserving Atlanta's historic buildings and neighborhoods, and the mansion itself is a beautiful example of post-Civil War architecture. The Preservation Center is occasionally open to the public, and when it is, you can explore exhibits that tell the story of how neighborhoods like Grant Park were saved from demolition during the mid-20th century, and how preservation battles helped shape the Atlanta that we see today. And last but not least, one of the simplest and best things to do in Grant Park is to wander without a plan. Tree-lined streets, Victorian homes, historic plaques, and front porches invite you to slow down and look around. This is the kind of neighborhood where walking becomes part of the experience, and where you start to understand why people fall in love with Grant Park so quickly. So whether you're visiting Zoo Atlanta, walking Oakland Cemetery, exploring local restaurants, or joining us on the Grant Park Food and Cemetery Tour, this neighborhood delivers one of the most complete Atlanta experiences that you can have in a single day. Thanks for exploring Grant Park, Atlanta with me. And if you want more neighborhood guides, hidden gems, and local stories you'll not find in generic travel videos, make sure to like and subscribe. And if you're ready to experience Grant Park the unexpected way, with food, history, and stories that stay with you, visit unexpectedatlanta.com to book our Grant Park Food and Cemetery Tour. We can't wait to show you a side of Atlanta people never see.